Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. I am back home, ready to rock and roll. Got a lot of things to do, but it was a fantastic trip to Vegas, celebrating the end of cancer treatment, Shinlin, Disney show, and the Eagles in the Spear, which was incredible. And yesterday I accidentally said Don Fry instead of Glenn. Don Henley, one of my favorite Eagles, and he was just fantastic. 77 years old, still got it. Timothy and Joe Walsh, 77 years old, they still got it. Fortunately, Glenn's not with him anymore, and I accidentally said Don yesterday. So just correcting that. Glenn's son was there, as well as Vince Gill, and they did all the Glenn Fry leads. Just fantastic show. Appreciate everybody that watches replays. Appreciate everybody that shares. Appreciate everybody that comments. Thank you all. Sign up for the newsletter, enjoylifesafely.com. If you're not getting that newsletter, you're missing out. A lot of good stuff. Help you stay safe, defend yourself, enjoy life, and be exceptional. Now, a way to enjoy your traveling better today. I want to give a little travel tip based on yesterday. We did this trip, and I paid for it and booked it a little differently. Wanted to use up some of my wife's miles. And so we got her ticket with her miles, my daughter and I with my stuff, so we're together. So my daughter and I got upgraded on both flights from Vegas to Minneapolis, Missoula. My wife didn't. So my daughter and I got moved up front, wife and I in the back. Or wife in the back. So when I was in Vegas, ask. Something like that happens, go up and see. I went up to the lady at the checkout. We were there early. Remember, be early, makes things better. And I asked, I said, this is sort of what happened. She goes, what's your names? She goes, oh, yeah, I remember. I put you guys up there. And then my wife's name's different because she travels on her passport. Her green card, her driver's license say Baris. Her passport still says Ham. And so she travels with a passport because you have to have that on international flights. So just all of her accounts are set up with her maiden name and travels with her passport. So then we showed that and said, that's why. And the woman said, well, here's what I can do. I can get you in the same row, but I can get two of you together and one across the aisle. I said, hey, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. So we were all up front. My daughter and wife got to sit beside each other in that row, and I was across the aisle. But we're all up front, which made it better because we got off the plane quick because they had a really tight layover in Minneapolis. And unfortunately, we flew into G and had to go to C1. It was a long walk. When we got there, they had just started boarding. So we had a tight layover. So sitting up front helped that, more comfortable, nicer snacks, free alcohol. Okay, so good stuff for getting us moved up front, just for asking. Now, I had asked the lady in Vegas, can you do something about the second flight? She said, no, just this flight. Okay. So then when we're getting there, and the woman has already started checking people in. So I sort of get it. When I went up and asked her, told her, she said, nothing I can do. And she just didn't even really want to talk to me. Okay. So let's just get on the plane. So even though my daughter and our passports, got us on early, my wife was supposed to wait because she's in the back. We all got on together. The head flight attendant, I told her what was going on. She said, let's see what we can do. I might be able to do something when you get it situated. So, because I had looked on the app and saw that there were a couple seats up front empty. And so I knew there were some empty seats. So, wife gets on, people get on. And then the lady sitting next to me said, well, if nobody sits by my husband across the aisle, I'll move over and take that middle seat and your wife can be here with you guys. Oh, thank you so much. Because she heard what was going on. So everybody getting on the plane, the seats were still empty. The lady said, well, I'll move over by my husband. So I went back and helped Yisang bring her bag up. So the three of us got to actually sit together up front for that second flight too, which wasn't as necessary because we're coming to Missoula. It's not like we had a connecting flight, but it was just nice to sit together. Nice to get better snacks, free alcohol, good stuff from sitting up front, right? The key is ask. And a lot of times you can get help. Be polite. Don't demand them to do anything. But when you're polite and you ask, a lot of times they'll go out of the way and make your flights a little bit better. It helps if you have a status on the airline. My daughter has flown enough that she had a silver status. I have gold status. We have the platinum Delta American Express, gold status. Those things help. And that's one of the reasons I fly Delta as much as I can, because it keeps those status, keeps the miles, and sometimes they treat you a little bit better when you have those upper statuses. But the key is being polite and asking. If you don't ask, you're not getting anything. If you demand and you're a jerk, good chance you're not going to get anything. If you're polite and you ask, it goes a long way. And a lot of times they'll go out of their way to help make sure that you have better travels. Good morning, Dixon. Dixon says, is that what you call life in the fast lane? Oh, on an Eagles song, of course, which I posted the video of that song, which was incredible because they had such awesome visuals going on. And that spear, the video that I post doesn't do the entire thing justice, because the screen is all the way up above you and the whole thing. You just, on like the one song, Hotel California, I posted that video too. When the spirits and stuff were singing in the ceiling, I raised the video so you can see there's stuff going on up there, and then back down where you can see behind the band and the actual band. But there's stuff going on all over, and it's just pretty incredible. But the key today, be nice, ask nicely. You can often get something a little bit better and enjoy your trip more and stay safe. Your post is why I chose that turn of phrase, Dixon said. Yep, and a good, great Eagles song. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you being here. Go out, make it a super Sunday. I get to do a little shoveling before I get to work, catching up on stuff because it snowed last night. Welcome us home. But you have a super Sunday. Make it so, and we will see you tomorrow.